Good evening, everyone. Welcome. I'd like to call the Hammond Redevelopment Commission meeting to order on this Tuesday, February 20th, 2024. It is now 4:30. The meeting will begin. Can you please stand for a pledge of allegiance and a moment of silence after?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you, Commissioner. Cynthia, can we get a roll call for tonight?
Tomich.
Here.
Kubaki.
Here.
Mosley Shelton.
Here.
Myricks.
Here.
Shelton. Hoppridge, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Here.
For the record, yes, all five are present. Thank you. All right, number 3, declaration of conflict of interest. Okay, number 4 is communication. I think we have one. If you could give us a little brief of that, Cynthia?
Yes, we received 2 notice of surveys. It's an overlay from I-8094 to US 20 Michigan Avenue, Carroll Street, and we received it because HRC is a property owner of 6630 Indianapolis Boulevard and 2100 165th Street. So it's just a notice of survey work that will be going on.
All right. Thank you. No action, just make sure it was received and put in the minutes then. Thank you. Okay, brings us to number 5, our minutes. We've got 2 dating one January 2nd, 2024, and the other January 16th, 2024 minutes.
Mr. Commissioner, I make a motion.
Mr. President.
President, sorry. I make a motion to accept the minutes for the Hammond Redevelopment Commission, the minutes dated January 2nd, 2024. Can I do them both together?
Yes.
And the minutes for January 16th, 2024.
Second.
Okay, motion's been made by Commissioner Tomage, second by Commissioner Myricks. That's the minutes dating January 2nd, 2024, and the other minutes dating January 16th, 2024. If there's no addition or corrections to these minutes, let's have a roll call, please.
Tomich.
Yes.
Kubaki.
Yes.
Mosley Shelton.
Yes.
Myricks.
Yes.
Hoppridge.
Yes, motion passes with 5 yes. Okay, number 6 is acceptance of resignation and election of our secretary, which was Commissioner Don Tomage. I'm going to turn this over to Attorney Westland. I think board's going to need a motion and a second to see if someone wants to step up and be secretary.
So the first thing is that Dawn is currently the secretary. So I don't know, Dawn, if you want to say anything or?
Yeah, I do.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it'd be now would be a good time for that.
Okay. I just want to thank everyone for letting me be the secretary. However, circumstances change in life, and it's hard for them to get, when there's a signature needed additional to one after the meeting, it's hard for Cynthia to run around and try to get it from me because I'm usually at work, so she's been like meeting me at places and trying to do the signatures. And I apologize for all that. I just wanted to make it smoother for the commission, and I just kind of think that someone in the building would be a lot better, that they could just get a signature right away. So I apologize for all the inconvenience I've caused with the signatures, but it wasn't my intention.
Understood. I think you've done great, and some of the things, Don, are really, they're out of your control sometimes, but I do appreciate you coming forward and acknowledging that. So, if anybody, my suggestion is if anybody wants to entertain a motion for
I do.
Tiffany Shelton, since she does work here at City Hall.
So if the motion could be to accept Dawn's resignation and elect Tiffany as the secretary, if that could be the motion, that would kind of
So moved.
tackle both things at once.
So moved.
Okay.
I will second.
All right, then we have a motion has been made then by Commissioner Myricks, Seconded by Commissioner Kubaki. That is the resignation for Secretary of Don Tomage and the new to be appointed Secretary, Tiffany Shelton. There's no further questions or discussion. Let's have a roll call then.
Tomage?
Yes.
Kubaki?
Yes.
Mosley Shelton?
Yes.
Myricks?
Yes.
Poppers?
Yes, motion passes with 5 yes. Thank you, Commissioner Tomage, for being secretary, and congratulations, Ms. Shelton. All right, that moves us to number 7's a public hearing. It's amending declaratory resolution for 2023-19 River Drive North Sub-Area Expansion Area. I will now open that public hearing.
Can I just, so, Mr. President, so this is the public hearing in the process of amending the declaratory, for the amending declaratory resolution for the River Drive North Sub-Area Expansion Area. This was originally before you on December 19th, 2023. It went to you passed a declaratory resolution. It went to the Common Council on January 8th, 2024. It was duly noticed and published for public hearing. It also went to the Plan Commission, and it is now before you for the public hearing, after which you would have, if you deem it still appropriate, a confirming or a confirmatory resolution. But the first step now is to open a public hearing. We did receive a written remonstrance because under the notice provision, folks can either remonstrate in writing or they can show up today and remonstrate in person. The remonstrance was from, and I just want to get this into the record in the minutes, from PNC Bank National Association as trustee of Trust 972. They are the owners of the property at 626 177th Street and 600 177th Street in Hammond. That property is located, generally speaking, on the southwest corner of Calumet Avenue and 8094. And their written remonstrance will be part of the record, so I'm not going to read the entire 4-page remonstrance. But essentially, they do not believe that the area or that their property is in an area in need of redevelopment as defined under the statute. And so they object for that reason. They object also as the property being potentially acquired for purposes of redevelopment and any other purpose under the statute, as well as other reasons in this 4-page remonstrance. But I wanted to make sure that not only is the written remonstrance part of the record, but also that I explained to you the remonstrance as well. At this point, you'll hear any other remonstrances and then close the public hearing, and either at your next meeting or the following meeting, you will have before you for your consideration a confirmatory resolution after you consider the remonstrance. You all have a copy of the written remonstrance.
Thank you. You answered my question on the confirmatory. Okay, then, I will now open, this is number 7, the public hearing. Public hearing is open. Public hearing is open.
Hi, I'm Mark Gordish. Good evening. Evening. Do you want my address? Or
Yes, please.
7638 Montana Avenue, Hammond, Indiana, 46323. I grew up in Hammond, Hessville area. I've known this area. I remember when it was back in the day of the gardens and Mr. Muta's advertising agency. And since then, it seems like it's not what Hammond should portray in a development area, or seeing rundown buildings or so forth like that. And there's the development of River Drive by Dowling Park was one of them. And I was here with the development of Expo Center with all the restaurants and hotels, and that's doing great. And I feel we need another place, specifically a sit-down restaurant too, in that particular area. So I would approve this. Thank you.
All right, thank you for your comments. Okay, nobody else wants to come forward then? Public hearing is closed. The public hearing is closed. Public hearing is closed. Okay, number 8 is an approval of lease agreement between the Hammond Redevelopment Commission and Toll Performing Arts Company for 5205 Holman Avenue.
Commissioners, what you have in front of you is a lease agreement between the Toll Theater, a leasee at 5205 Holman Avenue, and the Redevelopment Commission. The Redevelopment Commission recently acquired this building from the Hammond Development Corporation, and now as the owner of this building, we needed to draft an updated lease saying we were the owners and the Toll Theater had the lease with us. The Hammond Development Commission will continue to manage the building for us. And of course, we would like the Toll Theater to remain in our downtown as they bring hundreds of thousands of people from all over the area to the downtown area to see live performances there. So please let me know if you have any questions. This lease is for 3 years.
Okay.
Excuse me, Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion for the approval of the lease agreement between the Hammond Redevelopment Commission and the Toll Performing Arts Company for 5205 Holman Avenue.
Second.
Okay, motion's been made by Commissioner Tomich, second by Commissioner Myricks. If there's no further discussion for this lease agreement, and roll call, please.
Tomich?
Yes.
Kubaki?
Yes.
Mosley Shelton?
Yes.
Myricks?
Yes.
Poppridge?
Yes, motion passes with 5 yes. Okay, number 9's our bills, register of claims.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve the claims dated 1/31/24 and ending with claims 2/15/24, claim number R64884 through R64999 inclusive.
Second.
Okay, motion's been made, second by Commissioner Myricks. That's the claims dating January 31st, 2024 through February 15th, 2024. Claims R64884 through claim R64999 inclusive. Is there any questions on these claims for staff? Okay, since there is none then, roll call.
Tomich?
Yes.
Kubaki?
Yes.
Mosley Shelton?
Yes.
Myricks?
Yes.
Poppridge?
Yes, motion passes with 5 yes. Number 10's our reports. Ms. Taylor, would you like to share anything tonight?
I have mentioned this a few times. It's the only report I have this evening. We have our annual disabilities breakfast coming up on March 14th at 8 a.m. at the Dynasty Banquets here in Hammond. If you are interested, please contact Cynthia for tickets. Thank you.
All right, thank you. It's a great event. Appreciate the friendly reminder. Okay, brings us to number 11, new and unfinished business. I think we have an item tonight.
There is one item. You have a resolution, which is a resolution of the Hammond Redevelopment Commission approving the intergovernmental agreement with the Hammond Port Authority regarding the demolition of the Clark High School football stands and structures and fire station number 2. The intergovernmental agreement states that the Port Authority has bid and contracted for the demolition of the stands and the structures that they're going to bid and contract for the demolition, and which demolition cost shall be paid by the Hammond Port Authority. So the reason the intergovernmental is necessary is because we own the property. And so you have one governmental entity doing work and paying for work on another one's property, ours. And so there needs to be a written understanding of what's going on, and that's what this is.
Sounds good. Familiar with the project. It all needs to come together for this.
So we need a motion to approve the resolution approving the intergovernmental agreement with the Hammond Port Authority regarding the demolition, as well as the intergovernmental agreement itself.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, motion then's been made by Commissioner Myrick, second by Commissioner Tomage. Let's have a roll call then, please.
Tomich,
Yes.
Kubaki,
Yes.
Mosley Shelton,
Yes.
Myricks,
Yes.
Poppridge.
Yes, motion passes with 5 yes. Okay, number 12 is public comment. I will open that now. Public comment is open. Public comment is open. If anybody would like to come forward and speak, you may do so now. We'll give you 3 minutes. Okay, then public comment is closed. Public comment is closed. Public comment is closed. Can we get a number 13?
Mr. President, I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Can you all signify by aye?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Meeting is adjourned.